What's up, everybody? I'm Dear Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with some more Elden Ring, and today I'm giving you my martial arts build. I can't believe I didn't play my whole playthrough without using martial arts weapons. I was so stuck on the great katanas, but martial art weapons are absolutely amazing. So the one I'm currently using is Dane's footwork, which I made a bleed version of it because look. My first playthrough with the base game, I had a bleed build. So in the DLC, I was like, I don't want to do a bleed. I just want to go straight into just raw power, switching it up. But now, whenever you have super fast hitting weapons, it only makes sense to use bleed because it procs so quickly. So, my fam, I'm about to go over the build. Everything needs to make it happen. I'll showcase the damage as well. Without further ado, let's dive in. Before we start talking about other things, let me go ahead and show you what some of the damage you can look to accomplish with this kind of build. So, one thing's really dope. I love the jumping attack because it staggers as well as what also. Whoop. And bleed. I mean, he got hit regardless, but even the bleed procced in that moment. It's just too damn good. The build is too damn good. Let me do it again without using the jumping attack so you can see how often the bleed procs as well. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it makes more sense to do 2 regular attacks so I can proc my status up. Like that. Oh, there it goes. Now I got the buff. Then we can come in with that. There goes the bleed right there. It's just so, and I barely got even hit. So the thing about it is, at first you might be like, oh man, I like having heavier armor. I like having lighter armor because one, you're more agile and then get in and out of situations. You can do medium armor, or you can do heavy, but if you're doing a dex build, you're probably not gonna do heavy armor. You can do medium, that's fine. But I really feel like light really shines with this build because you're like bobbing and weaving in and out of the situation. So let me show you with the build what you need to make it happen. So I showed the weapon already. This is Dane's blood footwork. You can look it up how to find it. I made a bleed, which gives me, it has arcane scaling to it, but also gives you blood build up of 83. So it's a good amount. It's a good amount. You want to make sure you have these weapons equipped because in both arms because it's a two-handed weapon. That's what you. If you don't have it two-handed, this is the combo you get with it. Okay, you know, you can still do some moves. This is the light. The heavy is the same. The cool thing about the heavy, you can kind of charge it. Boom. See? And if you're in the air, it does one hit. And regular punch. I switched up the art on it, so I have his actual move, which is this one, which is really good. It's really good against like one enemy because it does a lot of damage, a lot of hits. But more importantly, you want to switch it up because have it equipped on both arms because you do this and you just keep on going. And also too, we have blood on this weapon, meaning we're gonna be proccing it often. That's the light attack. Just look at the heavies. The heavies, it just keeps on chaining like that. Cool thing about the heavies is you can charge them. Then boom, boom, and charge the next one. It's like an infinite change for the charge heavies, but I really love the jump in heavy attack because it does 2 of these. Bam. And if you saw earlier, that's what I used to do a lot of my damage on the last enemy. Is really strong. And ultimately, again, that's our skill that we have equipped on it. I have one more skill, which makes me like a little meteor rocket that comes down. Any Tales fans from like back in the day, Rising Phoenix, it's kind of like the same kind of strategy with that skill. Bandai Namco, Tales, same publisher. Rising Phoenix, it all makes sense. It's all coming together. I just realized that in this moment. But now let's go ahead and go to the equipment. So the equipment, I have this on it because it's a bleed build. Cool thing about this one is it increases your damage when bleed is in the vicinity, essentially. So after you proc bleed, you get more attack and you get stronger. These enemies right now, I'm a little too strong for them. And even though we're in a DLC, so they're not surviving my full combo. But for enemies that do survive, you get that additional buff in your strength to do more damage. I'm using this one because one, we do the jump and attack a lot. So the jump and attack gets buffed by this outfit. Arms do nothing, but these legs are cool because these legs, I always say when you do that. If you look at the legs, it increases the force generated by kicks. So fancy way of saying you do more damage when you have these legs equipped. The only downside to these legs are my boy is out here naked. His legs are exposed. So, I mean, I feel like I wish Elden Ring FromSoft would put layered armor into their games. Like this allow me to wear whatever I want, but like I can customize my character and do like some crazy fashion. I went to the augmented armor. I don't know if anyone's done that, but it doesn't really do anything besides like take off the cape or take off some feathers, add some feathers. So I wish you can customize armor a little bit more. When it comes to the talisman, this is where things get a little juicy. You can switch some of these up. Some of these are elective, some of these are must-have. So kind of an elective must-have, jumping attacks, enhances jump attacks so you do more damage. So essentially what this one does is increases your kicking and stomping skills. So that's what we got going on. This one's really good because it gives you, the more you attack, the more damage you do. I did 3 hits, then I procced my status buff, which lasted I think like 10 seconds, which is a good amount of time. And lastly, this one increases your max HP, stamina, and equip load. So this one, you could equip the what's it called, the prosthetics as well. But I haven't went through and got the prosthetics. You can put something else in here as well if you want to switch it up a little bit. But I feel pretty comfortable right now with the build I got. I'm doing really, really good damage, so I'm not in a hurry to like switch things up. My stats. This is my current stats. So I was going to do the whole strength thing. Also, wait, the weapon scales at level 25 with C in strength, C in dex, and since I made it blood, it has a D in the arcane, which I don't have any points in arcane. So, I mean, if I increase my arcane points, I'll probably bleed even more. But I feel like I'm fine with where it's at currently. So these are my stats. Bigger, important so you can survive. I increased my endurance so I can equip the armor. But now that I'm going to light build, I could probably drop this down and put those points into dexterity, and my strength's pretty maxed out at the moment right now, so I don't need any more. The only thing I'll do right now to make myself even stronger is put more points in dexterity, because this weapon scales a C in strength and a C in dexterity. So this is the build. Let's go showcase it against some more enemies. I'm not quite ready to dive into New Game Plus yet, so I like testing my builds on this guy right here because he's strong. I think everyone kind of has an idea how strong this guy is, but it's a good neutral enemy. So I come in the kicks. Ooh, watch that. A couple more. Oh. Oh. There goes a bleed. Once the bleed kicks in, it's game over. But also, I love the jumping kicks like this because it stuns so well. So it's a good way to kind of mix things up with your enemies. I know there's 2 more soldiers over here. Yep. Nice. He's not even gonna recognize it. I love that. Okay, that was good. But this is the build. If you're looking for a different kind of playstyle, more trying out some of the newer dex weapons, I highly recommend this particular one for the martial arts because the kicks are just so good. So good. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like the video, give it a thumbs up. Till next time, Derek Hammer signing out.